Hey guys, Claylex here. Welcome to my movie review for Shin Ultraman. Never really watched the show or whichever, unfortunately, but my brother did convince me, be like, hey, this kind of looks like a cool movie. I'm a fan of the Ultraman show, so why don't we go see it together? So I gave it a shot. I went with myself, my brother, my friend Kevin, and oh my god, like, we had an absolute blast with it. As a guy that this is kind of his first exposure to the Ultraman series, I knew of it, but this is my first legit exposure to it. This was absolutely incredible. I know people will call this more of a homage to Ultraman, but this was, like I said, very, very excellent. I would recommend newcomers to watch this first. This would kind of get your toes dipped into the waters of the Ultraman shows and the fandom and whatnot, and it'll get you very interested. This, as far as I'm concerned, this show has been going on for about at least 30 to 40 or even 50 years, and it's probably one of the oldest Japanese franchises next to Godzilla. It goes that deep, but again, it's very, very incredible. But in a nutshell, like I said with the plot, so like I did with the Puss in Boots 2 review, so this is about a man named Shinji who in actuality is Ultraman. I go from the show, from what I remember, is that the way that it works is that they take on the Ultraman and his species are people from the planet Light, and they take on the forms of humans. Usually unfortunately, it's kind of more of a darker twist if you think about it. They take on the forms of humans who passed away, and they take on their identity. It's not like some parasite thing. The person is already passed, but they can take their form and shape and whatnot. It's kind of a little complicated, but it's very interesting in hindsight. If you watch the show, you know, you see Ultraman, again, you watch an Ultraman, it's very much like almost Jeff Bridges' Starman, but a little more complicated in how again, Ultraman and Shinji are connected. You know, you'll very much enjoy when you see it. But yeah, it's got some great action, decent CGI, pretty much, too. It kind of has that, like, mix. There's definitely people in suits, but they add, like, a CGI filter almost to it, I would say. But it's very, very good. And, director, I believe, has worked on other Ultraman projects, so kudos to him, because this is really, really fantastic. Man, I really don't have, many negative things to say. And just like what I said in the Puss in Boots 2 review, this movie has so many good characters, I couldn't hate a single one. Yeah, you could say, like, like, I guess, like, if you're an Ultraman fan, you could say, oh, it doesn't really feel like a movie, they just took parts and bits of it of the show, and it kind of gave a more serious, slightly darker twist to it. And honestly, I'll say it like this, if you expected this to be as dark as Shin Godzilla, or some of the other Shin series of it, I would say no, it's not. It's certainly, like, between the show and Shin Ultraman, I would personally say Shin Ultraman is probably not the darkest, but probably darker than what you expect from it. But again, it's not that dark. It's certainly a very fun, entertaining movie, you know, about a giant space alien fighting kaiju, but there are some, like, I really love the Fiend storytelling, and also has too, I guess, like, the over-reliance of using so-and-so things, and military superpowers, all that other stuff. Like, it really, like, goes to it. That's what I love. That's what I love about Japan, too, because they really, this type of storytelling, in my opinion, feels like they do it the best, and, again, it's just like, it very much like Godzilla, but also Ultraman kind of goes, like, a different direction on how it works with that, and oh, it's so good. And honestly, too, and in my opinion, it's like between these two movies, I feel like Shin Ultraman had the better pacing than Puss in Boots 2. I almost was going to say that I felt like the movie was dragging on too much, but at the same time, I feel, not really. I feel like its pacing was perfect, in my opinion. Is it perfect? Again, no, but like, unfortunately, I can't really sum it up that what's stopping me from giving it a 10 out of 10. I would give this, like, if I gave, like, Puss in Boots 2 a 9 out of 10, this would be a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Like, this is a very, very excellent movie based on a fantastic show, and I think anyone who is an Ultraman fan should go see this. But But anyways, that's gonna be it for now. Stay tuned. I'll be on my Twitch channel streaming military conflict Vietnam, Jabroni Brawl free, episode 3, very silly stuff. But anyways, thank you again for watching. You can sub to my channel, you could donate, that helps out so much in getting out content faster, comics faster, and getting better tech to keep the grind growing. But anyways, thank you everybody for watching, and as always, I will see you guys later.